Mrs. Crenshaw says since marrying her husband, he's treated her like a dime store floozy. Now she says she's realized her value and he can't afford her. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Crenshaw v. Crenshaw.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Crenshaw, Mr. Crenshaw, welcome to Divorce Court. Thank you very much for being here and trusting us with your relationship. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We have a case of a married couple who, although they have no children together, they have been putting a family together for several years now. And the plaintiff wants to know, is the defendant in it for the long haul? Let's find out. Mrs. Crenshaw, why are we in court today?
We're in court today because Johnny has been my sole provider, but I'm kind of scared to go out on my own. But I'm tired of the cheating, the infidelity. I'm just tired of the lies. So that's why we're here today, and I'm here to get a divorce.
So you brought divorce papers to court, am I correct?
Yes.
Mr. Crenshaw, your wife brought divorce papers to court. What do you say, sir?
I'm here because I want my marriage to continue. I'm here because I love my wife. You know, she's a beautiful woman. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I'm imperfect. I'm human. I mean, I'm just here to grow, change, do different.
Ms. Crenshaw, why don't you take us back to how you all met? There's quite a bit of an age difference, about 12 years. Am I correct?
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about how you met and then what led us to get to this point, ma'am.
We met on Facebook. He hit me up on Messenger, and he asked me, he was looking for a friend, and I said, well, I'm not looking for a friend, I'm looking for a husband, and actually he's looking for me. So he told me, he changed his tune like 20 minutes later, and he said that, that maybe it's possible that he's looking for the same thing.
So this is all going on online? You're not even living in the same state?
No.
No.
Okay.
So then my car had broke down, and he paid for my car, and he started paying for my rent and stuff. So
you still aren't living in the same state?
That's
No.
not how it went.
Had y'all met each other at that point?
No.
That's not
We
how
didn't meet for a whole 4 months.
I only
listening.
paid for the car, and I was helping out with groceries and stuff like that.
He paid
you know?
the rent too.
Not at the time.
He paid the rent 30 days later.
Okay, either way, y'all doing a whole lot of financial planning, and you hadn't even laid eyes on each other than on the Facebook and the FaceTime and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was in trucking school.
That's what made me interested in about it, because she
I
was
was in
about her
trucking
business.
school, and you know, I went to school, and you know, I'm proud of me going to trucking school. I actually sent y'all a picture of me.
Let me see.
Know.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, big rig. So
me,
you're an independent woman at this point?
Yes, I was an independent woman.
I thought.
I was an independent woman, and I was making $3,000 a week, and Johnny wanted me to basically quit because I was on the road too much and not spending enough time with him.
But wait a minute, I thought y'all weren't living in the same place.
No, this was after, but when we was actually, in the beginning, I was going to school, and he was living in a different place, but he was taking care of me. He told me basically to quit my job. Quit my job because my back was hurting, and I was complaining about my back, you know, hurting on the job, and he was like, I don't want my woman to be stressed out.
It was more agreement, different agreement. I mean, like,
And
I
that's
only
his
paid
way.
it.
Wait,
That's
Ms.
his way.
Crenshaw, I heard you. I need to hear from Mr. Crenshaw.
It was more of an agreement of basically I didn't want you to work hard. We talked about kids and everything. And apparently, you know, that's what the agreement was, like working on a family. And her back was hurting, so that played a part of, you know, her sitting home and doing what she could, but the kids never came along, so I figured, you know, why continue to pay these bills and I'm not getting nothing I want.
First of all, I made it plain and clear when I first met Johnny that I didn't want to have any kids. I said if I was a millionaire that I would, you know, potentially have a kid before I was 40. But my two's been tied for 13 years.
So you clearly were not trying to have any children.
No. Actually, Johnny had a child on me without me knowing. He actually
I already
conceived
had a child.
He conceived
I didn't
this
know it.
baby.
Give me a minute, Mr. Crenshaw. I need to hear Ms. Crenshaw now.
He conceived this baby 2 weeks prior to us getting together, but he never told me about this child while we were together.
Okay, so I want to be clear about this. He didn't cheat on you because you weren't officially together.
Correct.
But then there was a baby and a pregnancy, and you were never told about it.
Until the baby was born, after the baby was born.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about the baby until 3 months later, Your Honor.
3 months later, after she was pregnant, he went to the reveal party. He went to the baby shower.
Of course I was supposed
He
to
left
go.
me at home. I didn't know nothing about it.
Okay, but Mr. Crenshaw, listen, I'm with you if you didn't know that the woman was pregnant until 3 months into the pregnancy, which is usually when the person knows.
Mm-hmm.
But in the next 6 months, why didn't you talk to the woman that you were now pursuing about
Because
it?
I was scared to hurt her. I mean, like, basically, that's why I didn't tell her.
You were what?
Didn't want to hurt her.
Excuse
to
me.
hurt her feelings.
Mr. Crenshaw, let me be real clear. A whole baby
But I was
coming.
gonna tell her.
But a whole baby was coming.
Yeah.
And she
9
gonna know
months
about
later.
it at some point.
About 9 months later. But I told her.
And then he
that
denied the baby. So I didn't know that it was really his.
I didn't know it was really my baby.
But you went to the gender reveal?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was my
And the
baby. I
baby
was being
shower.
supportive, basically. I was
And
being supportive to the woman I was with before I met Miss Teresa.
So here's my question, Mr. Crenshaw. What would make you think it would be okay to bring somebody into a new relationship without telling them that they're going to have to deal with the old relationship, or there's a possibility of it? Because they're going to have to deal with it if there's a baby.
Correct. I was going to tell her on my time, though.
He even sent me on vacation. I'm thinking that he's sending me on vacation because he loves me. He sent me on vacation because he knew the baby was about to be born.
Mr. Crenshaw, I'm going to tell you something right now. You tricked her into saying, I want to be in this relationship, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if you had told her that you were going to have a child by another woman, she would have had the opportunity to make a decision. Do I want to bring this into my life? That's up to me. I don't know what the now Mrs. Crenshaw would have decided, but it was her decision to make, not your decision. It was her decision to make.
You're right.
Before he used to be like so romantic and stuff, like now he doesn't do none of that. He'll tell me to go suck
Gotta
his
earn it.
thing,
Oh, Lord.
suck his thing, and he'll treat me like a prostitute.
That's not how I stated. I asked, can I get pleasure?
So in other words, you all have just broken down your communication completely.
Yes, but he just recently cheated on me a couple months ago.
Oh, Lord. We done went to the cheating now. Mrs. Crenshaw, you said that this is indicative of him being a controlling person. Talk to me about this level of control that you've talked about.
I'm a party planner now, so I do party events and
Yes.
stuff. So he'll call me knowing that I'm at a party, knowing that I'm around, different people. He'll try to call me on video and disrespect me, call me a whore, call me a B word, and all this other stuff, and expect me to respect him.
Wait a minute, this is all on video and a phone call and everything?
Yes, and
Mr.
then-
Crenshaw, what's that about?
Every time I call, I'm on speaker.
She's
I'm
in a
calling.
car. She's not going to be picking up the phone in the car. It's not about what form it was. You called her all kinds of vicious names.
It is what form it is because of the simple fact I'm calling. So basically, at times I can get. So
because I know that you're a jerk, I'm supposed to modify my behavior? That don't even make no sense.
if I can modify my behavior for you, why can't you? Isn't it? It's just one-way street in a
No,
relationship?
absolutely not, Mr. Crenshaw. But what I'm going to tell you is you're never going to justify calling a woman all kinds of vicious names.
I don't normally do it, and I apologize. I don't normally do it, and I apologize that day to her. And the incident is basically like she has no respect. We set a time of basically when to call me. If you out and about, I said, okay, just call me around 2 o'clock or whatever it may be, and you don't call me. So I wait a half hour, 40 minutes later, and I call you. Knowing that when I call you, knowing you're around people, you got your phone loud enough, basically, so somebody else can hear your conversation. I mean, why can't you reach out to me when we had a set time for you to call me back?
So then that's a conversation that a husband has with their wife when they are at home in the privacy, so that we could actually talk about it rationally. To say what you just said,
But if it's a going on thing, you don't think the other person should have any type of feelings about it?
No, honestly, you can be as angry as you want to, 100%. But that's called a communication between a husband and a wife. Correct. To say, I'm not putting up with this. You have every right to say that to her. But in saying that, you're not supposed to use vicious language. That's the difference.
Correct.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's where you lose the respect.
Because nobody's going to respect you if you're not being respectful.
Correct. I mean, there's a lot of ways of different respect. I look at it like, when you fed up, you fed up. Some things.
And I feel for you. I understand that.
But when it comes to like affection and stuff, like it used to be where he used to like wake up and I used to have flowers, notes, bath water ran, all of that. Now he doesn't do none of that. I just had to plan my own birthday. Before he used to be like so romantic and stuff. Like now he doesn't do none of that. He'll tell me to go suck his thing, suck his thing, and he'll treat me like a prostitute.
Mr. Crenshaw, what is that about?
I asked her in a certain way. She used it as, I guess, from people she be around. That's not how I stated. I asked, can I get pleasure?
No.
Pleasure is basically something that you give into your other spouse. I told her, may I have some pleasure? It's on her time. Meaning like, basically, if I ask her an hour ago past 2 hours, I respect it.
Why
You're
do you
doing
have to
something.
ask me?
Miss Crenshaw, I'm listening.
Now, if I gotta ask you the next day or whatever, it's a problem. Like, I might as well go get it elsewhere if that's
So
the
in
case.
other words, you all have just broken down your communication completely.
Yes, but he just recently cheated on me a couple months ago.
Oh, Lord. We done went to the cheating now.
He keeps on telling me to trust him. But I find condoms a couple months ago. He cheated on me again. How can I trust you?
Where did you find condoms?
In the drawer. He actually asked me to go get something out the drawer. And the condoms fell from the back of the drawer. And I was like,
I'm protecting myself.
What is this?
Ooh, did you say you're protecting yourself? Know how you all got together. Do you remember, Mr. Crenshaw? I mean, because you all have been married.
I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave yet because I was in trucking school, so I had to stay until I graduated. So as soon as I graduated, that's when I went to go see him. And when I went to go see him, that's when we stayed together and we, started living together and being together.
And when did he ask you to marry him?
He asked me to marry him. Well, I asked him to marry him.
Okay.
Yes.
This is new. All right.
So when I fell in love with him, I was like, I think this is the one. So I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. So I'm telling all my friends, like, I'm gonna, propose to him. So I did. I proposed to him. I paid $10,000 for our party. I paid $4,000 for his ring.
Hold on. All that.
I'm listening, Mr. Crenshaw.
Yeah,
I did.
She helped.
No, I didn't help.
She helped.
I paid for it. But,
yeah, she did.
I paid for it. And, I was committed to him. And I read him a poem. I asked him, to, prepare his hand in marriage. He said, yeah. 3 months later, he left me.
After the proposal?
Yep, after the proposal, he left me for another woman.
No, I didn't.
And
no, I didn't.
She died 30 days later from an overdose.
Wait a minute.
And then he came back to me.
This sounds like days of our lives. Okay, Mr. Crenshaw, how did that go down, sir?
She left it in the hands for me to go find somewhere for us to stay. I go find somewhere for us to stay, but she didn't like the fact that she couldn't look at the place.
That's
Why
normal.
would I give him, yeah,
No,
Excuse me, Mr. Crenshaw, give me a minute. I want to hear what Mr. Crenshaw said.
It's not normal because if I leave it in her hands and I give her money, I'm happy with it.
But that's the way you operate. That doesn't mean that's the way she operates.
Correct.
Neither way is wrong, but her way is as right as your way is.
Correct. So I look at it like basically like I can trust you to do anything, but you can't trust me.
There's a reason behind that, and I can tell you what it is, because you lied from the beginning of your relationship. When it's already built on a foundation of lies, it's very difficult to build trust. Trust takes years and years and years to build and seconds to disintegrate. That's just it. And so what you have to do is, hey, I'm sorry, Mr. Crenshaw, this is not male or female. This is fact. And you can shake your head if you want to, but you came into my courtroom.
Yes,
Folks
ma'am.
need to live in the truth. When you build a relationship on a lie, you start from behind. Live in your authenticity. I'm sorry. You did it. You did that. So now you have to build that back up. That's why she does not trust you. You have to show her that you are trustworthy. That's why.
There's no time limit for basically building up trust with a woman. You gotta you gotta wait on their time, and basically, other than that, it's ridiculous.
Mr. Crenshaw, listen to me. No, that's not true.
It's ridiculous.
You know how you build the trust? Is that you show trustworthiness.
Actions.
So I'm getting ready to go back over here to your wife, and she's going to tell me why every time she thinks that she can trust you, something else happens. Am I correct, Ms. Crenshaw?
You're absolutely right.
There you go.
Just like the last time, like, you know, he keeps on telling me to trust him, but I find condoms a couple months ago. He cheated on me again. Like, you know, how can I trust you?
Where did you find condoms?
In the drawer. He actually asked me to go get something out the drawer, and the condoms fell from the back of the drawer. And I was like,
I'm protecting myself.
What is this?
Ooh, did you say you're protecting yourself? Miss Crenshaw, what we doing here?
You know, I love him, but
She cheated too. Did she tell you that?
no, I didn't. Never cheated.
Oh, yes, she did.
If you would say emotionally cheat after he cheated constantly, no, listen, listen.
Basically,
no,
men
we
talk
broke
about
up.
wanna eat your
We broke up
coochie.
when he left me. When
am
he
I
left
coming
me
over
that time.
tonight?
When he left me.
I beg your pardon?
When he left.
This is not a marriage. Stop. This is not a marriage. This is over. This is over. If y'all just wanted to come in here and just argue with each other and have recriminations, then that's fine, but I don't have time for that. This is not a marriage. You all are not faithful to each other. You're not trustworthy to each other. You have recriminations going back and forth. This is toxic.
No, I wasn't with him.
This is toxic. The whole thing is toxic. And this is
not with you.
You know, I don't.
was.
Here's the deal. Excuse me. All you all do is go back and forth at each other. This is toxic. I'm so glad you didn't have a child, because the last thing you need to do is bring a child into this. You brought divorce papers to court. Let me guess, you have not signed them yet, have you?
No.
You know why? Because you like being in this cauldron of mess. That's why you have not signed them. You think just back and forth with Mr. Crenshaw, and you'll just cast the recriminations at him, and he'll do what he wants to do because you allow it. That's how y'all operate. Sorry. That's how y'all operate. If that works for you, go with God. But it don't work with me. That's just not the kind of relationship I want. I know it's not the kind of relationship I deserve. If this is what y'all want, stay with it. If not, tell me what you want me to do with those papers. Step up. What you want?
I think I want a divorce.
You think you want a divorce?
No, she don't want a divorce. We're gonna work things out.
The fact that she got a giggle on her face?
It's because he tells me time and time again that he's going to change, and I believe him. And he shows me consistently that he's not changed, but he says that it's over, that he's not going to do anything else to hurt me. But again, he's not showing improvement. He's not showing me that I can trust him.
So you just made your own case.
How is it that I'm changing?
Excuse me, Miss Crenshaw, Mr. Crenshaw, do you all want to stay married, yes or no?
Yeah, I do.
Mrs. Crenshaw, do you want to be married to this man? Yes or no?
I think if we do work and counseling.
I got news for the two of you. I would normally order counseling, but you all would waste my time and you'd waste that counselor's time. Please go home, go have dinner together, do whatever you want. But this right here is toxic mess, and I feel like I need sage. That's my verdict.
So are you gonna accept and work things out with me?
Well, I need you to show me that I can trust you and that you're going to stop disrespecting me and you're going to respect me.
I am doing my best. I am sitting up here doing what I need to do. I haven't been doing anything. It takes process. It takes time.
Well, I need the time to start ticking.
Made in Georgia.